for Sunday the 24th into Sunday the 31st. Also, tonight I'm doing your short scope for the week. So before we get to the questions, the Ask a Medium part of the show, I'm going to be giving you your horoscope, okay, for every astrological sign. And we are going to start with, Aries, okay? So let's see what's going on with you for the upcoming week. Aries. Aries, when I'm going over here with your energy, the first thing that I'm feeling is you digging. I see you digging through the earth, and I see you looking for something. It's almost as though you're looking for something that you lost. And I'm under the impression that you feel that you put in a great deal of energy and a great deal of work and effort into something, and you're not reaping all of the rewards that you had hoped. My interpretation upon watching this is that you need to understand your power. You're going to need to embrace that a little bit more. And you're going to have to say, it is what it is. I've done everything that I can. I'm going to let go and let God. I'm going to release and trust that the universe is going to bring me what I need. I see this coming up for you on Tuesday as well as Thursday, and it's just the type of thing that you're also going to have to watch. You're guarding your energy around because people around you might aggravate it. Sometimes people don't mean to, but we all know, okay, we could be, myself included, super insensitive because people aren't thinking to walk on eggshells or to tiptoe around your emotions, or that something might be a trigger point. So people bring it up, just be like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need to talk about it. We don't even need to go there, okay? Secure yourself and block it off. Taurus, what's going on with you? I have Tuesday and Wednesday being dynamic days for you. And I feel like there's a lot of dialogue going on Tuesday evening where you may find that family is trying to communicate with you a little bit too much, or friends are trying to come in, your kids are over asking for things. You may feel as though you're getting swamped, and you may have to set some boundaries and say, okay, I've done this for a couple hours. I'm gonna go and get away. What I see for you this week is a lot of awareness about your tolerance level, and that doesn't always come through the easiest of displays. So if you are feeling as though you're getting overwhelmed with energy in general, you're getting agitated, you're getting frustrated, you're angry and you don't know why, it probably isn't you. It's probably that you've been over absorbing other people's energy and demands on you. So get away. On Wednesday, I see some potential extra coinage coming into you. So some money increase, but it seems like it's small, and it feels like it's probably coming from a somewhat expected source like your job. Nonetheless, it will be something that you can consistently count on from here forward, and that's actually pretty exciting. Okay, let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini, let's feel this. I feel a lot of like burning in the heart, a lot of, not in the heartburn type of a sense, but more in like a, almost like an activation. I feel lively, but it's not in a silly, playful kind of a way. So it's, some of you might be dealing with some new romance, and it could be sort of the opposite of butterflies in the stomach, when something is sort of flighty and it's just, you know, exciting for a brief period of time. You could be finding something more significant than that, okay? So there's like a burning in the heart, something deep, possibly soulmate connection, past life connection. It's something worth investigating. I'm also seeing you dealing with some longer distance travel. So if you haven't been commuting a lot, you may feel yourself needing to go longer distances. And for some of you, I see you getting on like a bus. There could be some travel that takes place due to vehicle problems, and for the rest of you, it could be that you just don't want to be driving yourself or taking your car. You may need to take the taxi, take the train, take the plane. I feel that even if it's not something you wanted to do, it might be the smarter thing to do in your travel for this week. Let's see what's going on for Cancer. Cancer, I have you taking a lot of things from your past that weren't necessarily working for you, that caused pain, that caused discomfort, things possibly that either your parents had done or elders had done to you, teachers, things like this. I have you looking back at higher up influences and analyzing how they affected you, and somehow this is just the week for you. You're ready to make peace with this. I see you embracing it. I see you actually showing gratitude toward these lessons and saying, I'm going to convert this into something positive. And you're really figuring out how exactly it made you who you are today. Okay, I feel really good about that. I also see some grandmother energy coming in, I want to say Thursday and Friday, pulling on, it's almost like pulling on your elbow, pulling on your arm, getting you to move in a more forward direction. So if you've been procrastinating, you've been stagnant for a while with a job change or a relationship, and for many of you, I'm feeling like leaving a relationship. You may feel a lot of feminine energy, your spirit guides and ancestors coming to you, including in your dreams, and pulling you to the right, and that is always forward motion. Leo, what's going on with you? Thursday is a fairly dynamic day from the morning leading into the afternoon, as is Friday. And on Sunday, I'm hearing that it's time to play musical instruments. It's time to sing. It's time to go to a concert. You may be hearing through songs from your ancestors and loved ones on the other side. Be listening for that, especially throughout the afternoon. What's going on for you on Thursday and Friday is more of a final figuring out of circumstances. If there have been contracts that are put on hold, if there's some kind of a business deal that you wanted to see go through, but for whatever reasons, you didn't feel like you had all the pieces of the puzzle, it seems as though someone else might be stepping in and saying, here's everything you needed. And you could be saying to them, but you were here all along. Why didn't you give me what we needed? Okay, regardless, it's going to work out. And you want to pay attention to the way that this process actually unfolded, okay? So that we cannot repeat this in the future, but it does turn out in your favor. Virgo, Wednesday, as well as next Tuesday are big days for you. In between those days, I want you to listen to younger people who are seeking out your advice and your attention, and they need a little bit from you. When I'm going with the two other key days, I feel as though you're scooping up, it's almost like some potential prosperity, but before you can have it, there's a little bit of a cleansing process that has to happen with you emotionally and mentally. You may not be able to logically connect the dots. You may not be able to understand how something in business prosperity could possibly be connected to your willingness to clear your head or to become more emotionally stable or more in self-control, but it does. On a cosmic level, everything does connect. So we're talking really about law of attraction and manifestation. And this is something you need to focus on this week. I want to say it this way. If there's any unresolved issues that have been coming to the surface that you need to sort through, I want you to do a cleansing process and let go of some things. And then it feels like once you have made the choice to dive deep, okay, you're going to have that prosperity work out for you just a few days later. Libra, I'm seeing some of you with a bit of a heavy heart. We might be dealing with some transition this week, whether it be loss of a pet, loss of a loved one. For some of you, it almost feels like loss of a job. You could be looking at some transitional stuff going on, and it can lead you out to sea where you want to feel heavy, you want to blockade yourself off, and you want to be isolated just in an effort to not have to deal with it. That's not realistic. It would be best to be around the people who love you, to be in a supportive environment, to talk about it. And I really feel like make sure you're eating, make sure you're drinking a lot of water, and you're taking good care of yourself. Really pamper yourself. You also have something coming up here more toward the end of the week that's going to really demand a lot of your attention. So it's important for you to process as you go along so that you're available for that. A breakthrough that you were hoping to have several months ago, approximately 2 months ago, might be coming up and resurrecting itself and just sort of falls right on the table. If you don't see it, it could pass you by. Scorpio, what's going on with you? Scorpio, there seems to be a lot of energy, hustle and bustle around you, especially involving work and money and advances. For whatever reasons, many of you could see that in the workplace or in with your business partners, there are things being hidden from you. I want to say skeletons in the closet, stuff swept under the carpet, unfinished business. Whatever this is, it's the type of thing that if you had seen it, you would have dealt with it, and you want to make sure that you're maximizing your prosperity with it. So I think that what's happening is that some people around you might be thinking that if they hide it in the closet, it will be more prosperity for them, and somehow you may not get a piece of this pie. Make sure that's not the case. So spy on everybody, keep your eyes wide open. On Saturday, I have someone approaching you who seems to feel as though they need to, it's almost like profess their love for you. They need to come and they need to confess that they've had their eye on you. For some of you, this may be an ex resurrecting, coming to, I want to say recoup what was lost, but my sense here as far as the exes are concerned is that this really isn't the right time and they need to be looking inward. Okay, so as far as the new person coming in, I think this is something that you can work with. It's definitely intriguing nonetheless. Sagittarius. All right, the first thing I'm seeing for you, Sag, I'm seeing Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm seeing you climbing up a ladder. Now, anytime I see anybody climbing up a ladder, it's going to represent success, especially the higher up you get, the more prosperity and success there will be. It's also coming as fruition from your labor and hard work. So what we could see happening here is that efforts that you put in the last 6 and 7 months are coming to a point where you can reap what you sow. Some of you are seeing rewards from 3 to 4 months ago, and this would involve a lot of paperwork. With a couple of you, it's also looking like I'm talking about mortgages. I'm talking about a purchase of a vehicle, something bigger. I also want to say that you have a lot of healing energy coming in from your guides and ancestors, and there's a lot of talk of you going and being introspective and looking at your dreams more toward the end of the week. They will be giving you some cues as to what's coming up over the course of the next 2 weeks to 2 months. Capricorn. I see you laughing a lot this week. I feel like you took a load of bricks or a burden and you put it down. It was interesting because when I saw you put it down, and they're indicating Thursday on this, when I saw you put it down, money symbols came out of it. So to me, this is going to indicate that there could be some, financial burdens that you were carrying. I also feel like you may have been carrying them for someone else, if that makes some sense. Whether this be a child or a spouse, or if you're taking care of elderly parents. And for others, I'm almost feeling like this is like college debt, or this is a mortgage. You could be putting it down this week. It's very exciting. There seems to be a lot of celebration going on Saturday also, not just surrounding this, but in your life in general, you attracting all the right energy, a lot of good luck. I'm hearing luck of the Irish. I just feel good about it. And I want to say Friday night, pay attention to your dreams. There's going to be some prophecy there and a couple of visits that are important. Aquarius, what's going on with you? It's time to be quiet, especially on Wednesday, and it's time to learn from your surroundings. I see books being open for you. I see education. I see training. I see this coming through for many of you, the mouths of other people. So when we talk about humans being the mouthpiece for God, we're talking about channeling. And we don't necessarily have to go to a reader to have someone channel information out to us. We are supposed to be learning from the people around us at all times. Listen to the things they say. Listen, watch the things that they're doing. How does that coincide? Where are the synchronicities? You want to really cultivate all of this. What I feel is important to be doing right now is figuring out your next step in life in general. And come Friday, it's really going to become clear that you have to make some decisions in going forward. For those of you who've been having fertility issues, that could be a good day to get pregnant. For those of you who were looking to bring in another child, you could also find that you're meeting up with a partner who has a child, or you're getting custody, foster care, things like this. It's a breakthrough day for the babies. For the rest of you, that's going to mean the launch of a business. Pisces, the last one of the zodiac. What's going on for you? Thursday, I have you getting over a bit of a mountain. It's interesting to watch this mountain because you're kind of climbing over the top of it and you're looking a little bit ragged. It's not really that you've been pushed to the max as much as it is that you're tired. And I'm not so sure that you've been taking great care of yourself. So it should be a wake-up call to you. I have a lot of talk of like vegetables and turkey and healthy food and juicing and taking a couple days to recoup. You have been pushing it too hard for too long, and it's really not, how do I want to say this? It's work smarter, not harder, okay? Because the efficiency of the work is also not there. So the quality is not much to speak of. I also want to say that you're supposed to be taking care of. I see a friend coming to you, whether this be a sibling, this be a friend, this be a family member. I see someone coming to you. It feels to me like Saturday and Sunday afternoon, sort of desperately needing your help. And I almost get the sense that you may have been keeping an eye on this person, a little concerned about their mental state and well-being. And it does seem to be taking a little bit of a nosedive, okay? So whether you have friends who are dealing with drug and alcohol abuse issues, you have people battling depression and anxiety, do some wellness checks around you, okay? Thanks, everybody. That was your short scope for the week. The extended weekly horoscopes will be going up for the first week of April here over the course of the next couple days. And if you want to catch them right away, you're going to want to subscribe to me on my YouTube channel, Ask a Medium, Reverend Ivy Rivera. Thanks.